seems to love guns more than people of color. You got Matt Gaetz, who, by the way, is being investigated right now for potentially having sex with an underage girl and taking her across state lines. His wingman, by the way, has already pled guilty. And you also have Marjorie Taylor Greene, who believes in Jewish space lasers and promotes the replacement theory. These are now the mainstream figureheads of the Republican Party, and a person like Madison Cawthorn, who fights trees and loses, did a video in the aftermath of the Kyle Rittenhouse case where he told his supporters, be armed and be dangerous. Can you imagine, Alicia, if you, me, or Renee actually said this on your show right now? Hey, people of color, be armed and be dangerous. Can you imagine if the squad said that? How this country, even many liberals, would react? This is the mainstream and the future of the GOP, because they did not condemn or censure Paul Gosar. It means they condone it, tolerate it, and agree with it.
And here's the thing, it's as disturbing and upsetting as the video is, that's not the totality of it. There's new reporting today. Henry Gomez of NBC News reporting on previously undisclosed threats of violence against members of Congress, including one to Colorado Congressman Joe Neguse following January 6th, where, quote, a suspicious letter mailed to the congressman's home was open to reveal a picture of Neguse clipped from the New York Times. An unknown substance, suspected to be feces, marked an X over the photo, according to records kept by the police department in Lafayette, Colorado. The article also quotes Adam Schiff saying he receives so many death threats, he thinks twice before sitting next to an open window. Now, Renee, that is disturbing on its face. We know that all of this is meant to have a chilling effect. That is the intent, not only on these members, but on the very functioning of our democracy, and that is where people need to be paying attention.
Yeah, I think very much of something that Representative Cori Bush said last week, when all of these Republican congressmen were saying that they wanted to hire Kyle Rittenhouse as their intern. And what she said was, every day it feels more dangerous coming to work. Not only do these members feel violence, now they're actively recruiting someone whose sole qualification is killing people who stood up for Black lives and got away with it. This is where we are. And the thing to always understand about this is not the fringe of the GOP. This is the GOP. This is what the party stands for. Every single day, you turn on the TV and you see the GOP's children of the corn terrorizing anyone with a brain and a conscience who doesn't abide by every last morsel of their frightening ideology. And that's what they are. They're terrorists. They want cowed and silent obedience. They've threatened violence against fellow members. They've encouraged violence in general. And democracy at this point to them is simply something to be dismantled and destroyed, because it's the surest path to autocratic Republican power. And the problem overriding all of this is we know that Kevin McCarthy will do nothing to stop what's happening because he's too busy being Donald Trump's chew toy.
Right, and that point about not having the will to actually shut this down, so critical. Raj, Renee, thank you both. Next, how the Supreme Court could determine this week the role of every